Sometimes the latest and greatest devices are just a little out of reach, and you're left in a position to either buy a used phone off of a marketplace that you don't know the history of, or you can take a deep sigh and use your aging device a little longer before you trade it in for a brand new one. But there is a great in-between option, which is buying a certified renewed device, like the one provided by today's sponsor, Samsung and their Certified Renewed program. Let's get into it. When you buy a used phone, the phone's history is completely unknown to you. Was the previous owner a power user, pushing their phone to the max and always rapidly draining the battery? Or was there unknown physical damage to the device? I've bought used devices before, and the quality and condition of the device could range anywhere from barely functioning to being like new. But hey, it's cheap, and that's the price and risk that you pay associated with it. When you buy new, you get something straight from the manufacturer, and that has a warranty attached to it, so that if things do go wrong, at least you know that your device is covered. But what if you want something that's more affordable than new, the device is in great shape, and still has a warranty in case there's something wrong with it? That's where a Certified Renewed program comes into play. Samsung has a Certified Renewed program on their website where they take their older devices and breathe new life into them. They inspect the devices, replace the battery, update the phone to the latest software, and change out any worn out parts for genuine recycled Samsung components. From there, they run a 147-point test to ensure that device is working to their standards before packing them back in the box with a provided power cable and SIM ejector tool. So if you noticed, that process is very similar to buying a brand new device with all the provided accessories. This gives an existing device that someone owned before a new life that's much more sustainable than a one-use product that you just toss away after using. But the best part is you know you're in good hands because all of Samsung's Certified Renewed devices come with a 1-year warranty for that extra peace of mind. If you look on Samsung's website, you'll notice that they have quite a few different devices that ranges in years, all the way from the S21 to S23 series of devices. In my own case, Samsung sent over a Certified Renewed S23 Ultra. Right now, I think this one goes for $919 in Phantom Black or Green, but you can also get the S23 Plus for $769, and its little brother, the S23, for $619. Obviously, this is just pricing at the timing of this video. If you want the most up-to-date pricing, you can check out the link down below in the video description to Samsung's Certified Renewed store. So let's see what a Certified Renewed experience is like compared to buying new. You get a nice box that says Samsung Certified Renewed, and out of the box, I got pretty much all of the accessories that they mentioned. A SIM ejector tool, USB-C charging cable, as well as the phone itself, which when looking at it, basically looked new. I tried to be really nitpicky and search for a visual defect, but I couldn't find any except for my grimy fingerprints all over the back of the device. At first, I thought the frame was scuffed up, but there's a transparent film over the bezels that you have to remove, and underneath that, it looks brand new. The S23 Ultra comes with an S Pen stylus, and even that looked basically new. So after receiving this Certified Renewed S23 Ultra, I spent a few weeks with it, and everything's working as I expected it to. The speakers sound good, the screen is massive and has no scratches or dead pixels, and the battery lasts the whole day. The 4 different cameras on the back gives me a lot of versatility and choices to take good looking pictures. And I really enjoy watching content on this massive 6.8-inch display. Watching YouTube videos on it is a pleasure. Before this, I've been using smaller phones recently, and this reminded me how nice it is to have such a giant display in your pocket. I'm definitely getting screen envy. You may have noticed that there have been a bunch of new Galaxy AI features that Samsung has implemented in their S24 lineup, the successor to the S23 lineup. Well, they've also brought these same Galaxy AI features to the S23 lineup. These AI features have added some really interesting tools to the phone, like circleless search, where I can just use my finger to circle objects and the phone will Google search what the item is. This is super useful for when you see something interesting that you want to know more about, but the person on the screen or the image doesn't provide too much context. There's also an interpreter for language translation, and Photo Assist, which gives you suggestions on some AI edits that you can make to your photos to make sure they look their absolute best. It's a pretty nice little feature if you want to make some quick edits without stressing over the minor details. I don't play too many mobile games, but I still gotta do my Genshin Impact daily quests. and it does that well on medium settings. I haven't used a device with the S Pen in a while, and the S23 Ultra definitely makes me miss it every time I use a different device. It makes taking quick notes or marking up documents so quick and easy. Overall, the S23 Ultra is still a fantastic device, and it being certified read-nude doesn't change that fact. Alright, but let's be real here. Certified read-nude is not the cheapest option to get a device. The cheapest upfront cost would be to buy a used device. But certified read-nude devices do provide new components, a like-new physical device, and verified components that all give you a new-like experience at a lower cost than buying new. It's an overall pretty safe option, and it's not like a year-old smartphone is a slouch either. This was the cutting edge just a year ago, and it definitely feels super snappy in usage, and the features still feel up to par to most of the mainstream flagship smartphones today. As for me personally, I find myself buying used on smaller purchases or items that I don't necessarily care about or how the device looks or has physically held up, but I've been burned many times because of buying used. I've also bought quite a few certified read-nude devices myself, and they've all held up quite well beyond their warranty periods. I know as a tech channel I focus a lot on new stuff, but that's because you can't buy a read-nude S24 a day after release. There's not enough used devices out there yet. But where I can, in my own life, I do prefer to buy read-nude over new, especially when the price is right. Alright, so that's just my thoughts on buying certified read-nude and why it might be a good option for you. But what do you personally think? Do you normally buy used tech, or do you buy new tech? Or do you always buy renewed tech? Why? Do you think you get the best value buying the way that you do? Let me know down in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.